there guys and gals, welcome back to Back Pocket Game Reviews, and today we're gonna talk about GameStop. Oh, Jesus Christ, GameStop. So, the gift that keeps on giving, known as GameStop, at least for me and videos, GameStop tends to provide. Nick needeth, GameStop provideth. So, actually, I really didn't need. I still am sitting on some of my own stories about GameStop. So, but GameStop made an interesting move recently. Some of you probably have heard. Some people are relatively agitated and pissed off about this. And it was kind of a quiet move. What was that move? Well, now if you pre-order a game and that game makes it 30 days past launch without you picking it up, you cannot cancel the game for a cash refund. You can only get store credit. And some of you are probably like, oh, that doesn't sound that bad. I'm sure not that many people go 30 days past launch without picking up a game they pre-ordered. No, that's actually extremely common. Like, overwhelmingly common. Like, shockingly common. At the place I work now, which we've discussed as a larger retailer, I will have people drop off their computers for tech work, for me to do tech work. I have some that are sitting back there from when I started 5 years ago. They've been called. They've had voicemails left. I've even had people forget to take new computers after we do the setup work, like they just never come back for them. One lady came back 6 months later and goes, oh, well, I needed a computer for my daughter. I already bought myself another one. It's like, I wish I had your money problems. But so let's go into this and let's kind of talk about this. It is a big problem at GameStop, like a huge problem. There are a lot of pre-orders that go unpicked up. And how many, you might wonder? Well, enough that we used to generate call lists. I don't know if GameStop still does these call lists, but they were call lists. You might wonder to yourself, what do you mean a call list? Well, we would have to call the customer to let them know that they have credit sitting on their account because they never picked up the game. And keep in mind, they could ask for the money back. So we could call them and we could have a huge influx of people requesting money back for the game rather than actually pre-ordering anything else. But we were not supposed to tell them that over the phone because GameStop and shady practices and all of that, you know, that's how it works. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have stats or statistics on your employees and how well they perform, but if you want me to call people and tell them, hey, you got some money sitting on your account, do you really think some of them aren't smart enough to know they can just can't come in and cancel that? You can wind up with a huge influx of canceled pre-orders that day. And those weren't the only call lists we would get, but do I really think this is problematic in the extent of them only getting cash back? It's kind of hard to say. Obviously, it's not the bank of GameStop, so GameStop isn't a private banking service for you. And there are some people that make you very uncomfortable that you really do think are using it to essentially launder money. Yeah, you meet some strange people when you work at GameStop. So, it's kind of hard to say. For example, PSN has a very similar, actually worse, return policy. If you pre-order something with PSN and you've already downloaded it, guess what? You can only get money back in your PSN wallet. And I get it, GameStop's doing terribly financially. I mean, they couldn't even secure a buyout because they lost over $400 million in the third quarter, and that's even after selling a company for $700 million. That means had they not sold that company, they stood to possibly lose $1.2 billion to $1.3 billion. That is absurd. So it is really hard to have any kind of faith in this particular sinking ship. And I get it, a lot of people are going to see this move as super anti-consumer, and I don't blame them. Again, I don't really know how to feel about it because I don't pre-order at GameStop anymore. So it's kind of what I want to know what you guys think in the comments, because I really don't know where I stand with this. You'll still get your money. It's just going to be in the store credit. It's not going to be back. Like, it's not going to be you have this money now in your bank account. And I think it's such a weird topic and such a weird thing that they changed this, because their return policy has been the same for a while, for a long while. And I get it, this kind of makes it more solid, but it also means that they're essentially saying you bought the game, even though you never took it home, you never left the store with. There's so much red room here of why it doesn't make sense, but I also see why they're doing it. If you're pre-ordering a bunch of stuff and using the bank of GameStop, they're losing money. They want you to know, we want you to keep this money here. You stop using the bank of GameStop. We don't want you to launder money through us because we want the money. I mean, that's obviously the only thing. I mean, but I'm kind of curious now to how much loss canceled pre-orders really makes up. Like, company-wide, it would be interesting to see throughout the year how many pre-orders typically get canceled for cash back. But I also don't ever put the full amount down on a game until I'm picking the game up. I usually put whatever the minimum retainer is. So if I'm buying a collector's edition, it might be 20 bucks, whatever it is that they want down on it. And it's been a long time since I bought a collector's edition. A long time. Maybe one of the Halo games? I don't know. Can't remember the last collector's edition I bought. Obviously, you can see one of the Halo right there. There's also another one right there. That's Reach, and that's Halo 3. And then I got some more stuff in the closet that's Halo. But I don't know a lot of people that would ever pay the full amount for a game way before launch. Most people that you ever meet typically put $5 down as kind of like a retainer just to make sure they get a copy, or if it's collector's edition. And collector's editions are typically the time that you want to really put that money down. And I do think it's really hard, though, when you think of it in the terms of, hey, we're losing money, let's become more anti-consumer. Because, I mean, there's very few things GameStop are known for doing well, and now corporate's rolling in these other policies that are potentially only going to make things worse at GameStop. I mean, are there some of you that wouldn't pre-order knowing this? How many of you have gone over 30 days without picking up their game after launch? After launch, not after your pre-order, after launch. And I mean, as I said, I know that that is a big problem. It's very rare that I've ever seen the full amount down on something. Again, they used to generate this for us as a call list, and we would call these people to let them know. So, where do you stand on this? Let me know your thoughts. I don't really know how I feel about this. Because even when I do pre-order and I put $5 down on something, usually they'll just be like, oh, do you want to move to something else? Yeah, and I'll pick something else that has a beta key that I need. Yeah, I think I still have $5 sitting at a certain GameStop, if I'm not mistaken. It was on Destiny 2 for the beta. I don't go to that GameStop often, so I don't really feel bad when I cancel a pre-order on them. They're also kind of rude. Mostly because the manager seems very smug. Like, you ever met those people where it's like, you look down on everyone you speak with? He's kind of one of those people. But let me know what you think down below. Also, if you'd like to follow me anywhere else, such as my Twitch, obviously I'm starting to get good at Apex Legends. Maybe. I got 2 wins back to back the other night. But if you'd like to start following me anywhere else, I choked the second I became champion. 3rd match after the 2 wins, it boots you in, and it's like, oh, you're the champion. And it tells everyone you're the champion too. I was the first one dead. One of those was with 9 kills. One of my wins was with 9 kills as the kill leader. So I'm getting all right. I'll see if I'm gonna start posting some of my wins and stuff for y'all to see. I posted the game-winning kill on Twitter. So if you want to follow me, Twitter, Patreon, wherever you want to be at. Also, those of you who are Patreons, DM me. Let's schedule some play dates. Let's get that out of the way. There will be a state of the channel this month as well. And make sure you follow me over at Twitch and turn on notifications, because that's where I've been streaming a lot. And you might go, Nick, why have you been streaming so much on Twitch? every time I go live on YouTube, I lose like 5 to 10 subscribers, and that actually used to happen to me all throughout last year because YouTube views them as inactive because they don't watch the streams, even though I'm not primarily a stream. It's very backwards. YouTube, algorithms, all that kind of stuff. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to drop a thumbs up. Also, if you would like to maybe make a lifelong commitment with me, it's lifelong. I don't believe in unsubbing. I need you to click that subscribe button and ding that little bell. For those of you who do actually really like content, maybe you just like looking at my face for a couple hours. If you're doing anything illicit while looking at my face, I don't need to know about it. But I'll see you all soon. I'll have plenty more content coming for you.